Hustle, hustle, hustle. I think we heard it a lot in entrepreneur videos, in motivational influencer, speaker, in rap music too. Hustle is the way to go. Hiya, I'm Lorna, welcome back to my channel. So if you don't know me, I do a little podcast. I also do some unboxing when I have things to show and some vlogs when I have places to go. So today I want to discuss the hustle culture. Let's go. So what is the hustle culture? Hustle and the word hustling is to work really hard to go really get what you want, and there's this theory of meritocracy. Either you like it or you don't, but it exists. So there is this hustle culture where everyone, start from the bottom and want to go to the top really quickly. And to be honest, we all want to be effortless, but the thing is that if you hustle, it's not effortless. If you succeed by hustling like this, I am super proud of you. If you still are in a really good mental shape, perfect for you. But let's not generalize this concept because it can be really destructive, and I will tell you why. So firstly, let's start to why we do this, why people get involved into the hustle culture. This is money. Obviously, we want money. Even people outside the hustle culture, we all want money, okay? So money is the first factor. But the thing is that money should just be like a need and not like a social status, not a stress factor. Money is something that we cannot avoid. It's in our society. Money is here. We have to accept it. So, okay, it's here. It just needs to be like a need. It's good if you don't need it. Like if you don't feel that you miss it.
We don't have as much money as you.
Well, I guess I just never think of money as an issue.
That's because you have it.
That's a good point.
But it should only be something that helps you with your daily need. And when I say daily needs, I also think about like eating, but also having a roof, but also having some good time and to enjoy life also. So money should be like this. It should not be something more than that. It should not be a factor of intense stress and burnout, but the fact is that it is, and as it's so stressful, it goes right in your brain and sending this message that you needed to be happy. I'm not saying that money doesn't make happiness. This is totally wrong. Money does make happiness. I'm sorry. I have lived different state of my life where I have zero money, really, when it was really difficult, and when I had money. I assure you that even without love, even with less friends, when I had money, life was way better. I'm sorry to say this. Yeah, money makes happiness. I'm sorry. So I can totally get why people want to hustle to get some, but the thing is that it's often at a certain price. So as I said, money is a stress factor, and the thing is that it's gonna really normalize stress in our life, and therefore you don't notice when the burnout is coming. And the thing is that burning out is really your body sending signs that you don't want to listen to your brain, really. Like, I think the expression burnout, this is only me, this is only what I think about this expression, I don't know if it's true or not, but burning out is really metaphorical for this sensation of, someone who is getting on fire and that is, cannot move anymore. And this is really something that we don't notice, that it's your brain is fed up. It cannot take it anymore. And so it creates like a lot of different sickness. Like, you'll often have the flu, you often have stomach ache, you often are really tired, you can see it, you have some pimples. Don't go further. This is burnout. Well, it can also be hormonal or other factors, but the thing is that burnout will go through physical stages before you notice that it is in your brain, and that you just need to turn it off. And the more you wait, the more it will be intense and long to recover. And I just recovered from a burnout that I really didn't know. I thought it was still the depression from last year when I got dumped in 2022, but I had this depression, and which succeeded to the depression was a burnout. It was a different kind of burnout, because if you ask my colleagues, I think that they will tell you that I didn't work at all, so I shouldn't be burning out. But in my position as a disabled worker, I was burning out. I was burning out for a lot of different reasons. So I really think that we should stop normalizing stress, that we should stop thinking, oh, but I don't count my hours, oh, but I stay a lot with the boss, and so they know that I can work a lot, and then I can, have a better position, or I can be an entrepreneur. So I'm gonna start my day at 5 a.m. and I will stop at 10 p.m. Who gives a shit, really, at the end of the day? Do you have this money right away? No. No. It's good if, throughout the years afterwards you will have this money. Good for you. But during this time, you are just messing with your health. And this is something that I will not say. I will never stop saying, be careful with your health. And that starts with what's inside your brain. And also, it doesn't have to be hard. Why does everyone say that we have to earn things? We have to go through difficult situation to get what we want? Why is that there is so much a culture of, having some hard situation, of earning it, as it was really difficult. I'm not talking only about work, I'm also talking about relationships. Why does everyone say, oh, but in a couple you have to compromise, oh, but it's not always happy in a couple? I'm sorry, I don't buy in this. Obviously we're human being in a relationship. Sometimes we can fight. We're two different people. It's normal that sometimes, thing doesn't work. But to think that you have to work and work and work in a marriage, this is not a healthy marriage. This is not a healthy relationship. You have to be happy, you have to be loose, you have to be comfortable, and then okay, it can be like there can be some little fights, there can be some little arguments. Okay, I'm okay with this, but it shouldn't be so difficult. And this is the same with work. It shouldn't be so difficult to handle your coworkers, to handle the tasks. If it's not easy, it's not for you. I'm sorry. This is the same thing that I apply when I'm picking up some shoes in a store. If it's not a 38 and I know that I'm a 38, if my foot doesn't want to go inside, it's not the shoe for me. And this is the same with people, with work, relationship. If it's not fitting good at the first time that you try it, no, I'm not hustling for something that is hurting me. I'm sorry. And people should take this into account and remember this. Because, okay, perhaps it can work. Perhaps you can go really far and, be a millionaire and go into Dubai. Because this is what everyone wants today. And I'm not going to lie, if I have this kind of money and if I can go leave elsewhere, I'm not gonna, spit on it. But the thing is that I'm not gonna do this at a price. I'm not gonna do this if I'm gonna mess with my brain again. And I think those kind of people, firstly, on socials, they're hiding from you a big part of what is making them unhappy. And also, it's just unrealistic. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. Life isn't all pink. I don't buy it. So you don't know what type of burnout they are doing, but it's science. They cannot work that much and not damaging their brains. Really. They're just not telling you that they are damaging their brains. And if they don't realize that they are really impacting their mental health, well, I don't think that's good people to listen to. Let's say you're a bit conscious and you keep some time for yourself. Firstly, you have to do this. Firstly, if you're starting the hustle culture, if you're really into it, if you're really deep into your studies, your work, and you're really a hard worker, that's good for you. Again, if you succeed in what you do, that can only be good. I'm disabled, so I cannot put myself into your shoes. But if you're really able to do all of this, that's really good. But you have to create boundaries. And when you create boundaries, that is really good for yourself because you have less mental charge and you are a bit, you're more comfortable and you have time. But then you have to tell people that having free time doesn't equal having some time for them. You have to keep time for yourself. I get that having time for others is also resourcing. It's good also to see your friends when you're working all the time. It's good to have like a break and see your friends. But if you need sleep, you need sleep. And you didn't create those boundaries to just, have again this free time being taken away from you. Having free time doesn't have everything with your productivity. Your productivity will still be there in your 5 to 10 if you want to. But if this Sunday you say that you will not do anything, it's not because you have this free time that it has to do something with your productivity. The productivity will be on the other day. And why is that? I want to conclude on this because I think that this is something that is really important. It's that sleeping is not a privilege. Sleeping is something that is like eating. Showering is relatable, I think. I know that when we're disabled and when we're not feeling good, showering is one of the last thing that you think. So I'm not gonna say showering, but when you're really productive, when you're really into the hustle culture, it's because you have some really good energy and that you're able. So I guess that showering is something that is in your top needs. But the one and biggest need that you have to really keep well is sleeping. You need some sleep, because you cannot be productive if you are not sleeping well. So why is that we heard so many stories about students taking like some sleeping pills and some really speeding pills? It's because your body cannot function like this. You need some sleep at the moment. So if you're really into the hustle culture and that you don't give a crap about your mental health and that my video is not good for you and you hate me right now because you can do things and maybe it's just because I'm a bit lazy. Okay, I hear you. But please, sleep. It's important. You need some sleep. You're a human being like everyone else. So perhaps I need 9 hours of sleep. Perhaps you need 5. That's fine. But get your 5 hours of sleep. Thank you. Well, I hope you liked this video. It was again a little podcast that I will try to put on my Spotify account. I made it a bit shorter because I didn't want it to have a lot of different chapters, but still, hustle culture, we could speak a lot about it. Let me know in the comments if you know about this, if you're what is considered as a hard worker, if you're a bit agreeing with it, or if you, like me, think that is kind of problematic and a bit scary at the moment. Let me know. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers!